episode 7. Okay, so with episode 7, we're gonna focus strictly on core stability. All right, so core/stability. Now, core stability is not to be interchanged with core strength. Okay, I'll do another video on that down the road. But for right now, we're just gonna focus on stability. Okay, so being stable, whether it be on one leg, 2 legs, on your hands and feet, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna focus on that today. Another point of emphasis with today is every exercise that we're gonna do is all body weight. So you're not gonna require any equipment just because gyms and stuff like that are still in the air for who knows how much longer. Today we're gonna go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different exercises, and a few of these exercises will have some variations, some modifications, some progressions, regressions, and things of that nature. Okay. So again, this requires nothing. So use yourself. And then follow along through the videos. I'll give the repetitions. Some exercises may be timed, so just be on the lookout for that. Take note when you get ready to perform them yourself. All right, so go ahead. As I said, it's gonna be a quicker video, so without further delay, let's hop into the first one and just work our way through the list.
All right, and first one, this is one that you've probably seen in any gym that you've gone to at some point in time. So here we go, first one, bird dogs. So with this, we're gonna start off on all 4s first, as I did right there. And then we're gonna begin by taking one arm and then that opposite leg, okay? We're gonna raise them up until our body is about flat, okay? So from the hand to the foot should be as close to a straight line as you can, okay? When you get there, hold the top position for about a second before switching off. Next up, all right, we're gonna progress it a little bit. So same thing, still bird dogs, but now we're gonna go from a quadruped angle, okay? Meaning from elbows and knees. So from there, same emphasis. All right, you want to get that leg and arm up until your body and your feet and hand are on a straight line. And then again, hold for a split second at that top position before going over to the other side. Lastly, going to progress it one more time. Going to go into a push-up position. All right, so once we're there, same thing applies. One arm, opposite leg, lift it up till your body is as straight as it can be. Hold it for a second and then switch off to the other. Next up, we got one of my favorite plank variations. Okay, these are called plank walkouts. Start out by going into this push-up position, and as you see me doing, all right, we're gonna walk those hands out in front of you. Notice I'm starting off with my shoulders over my hands, and then as I walk out, I'm taking 4 steps out and then 4 steps back. Also notice that the lead hand that goes out first comes back first as well. So if I step out with my right hand leads on the way back and vice versa. Another thing too, try to keep your body as stiff as possible. Try to eliminate as much rocking as you can. And when you get out to that far position, try to hold for a second. And then here we go. We got another variation of a plank. So with this variation, we're going to go dynamic planks. Now, we're going to start from the elbow this time. And just like we did with the plank walkouts, we're going to take the feet this time and then walk them back, taking 4 steps back and then 4 steps back up. Okay, so with this, I highly suggest that you do them slow. Okay, you get a lot more tension throughout your core that way. When you get to that bottom position, meaning when my feet are as far back as they can be, hold it out there. The longer you hold it, the more you challenge yourself. And then just return back to that same starting position with your shoulders over the elbows. Next up, so now we're going to be on our feet for this one. This one's going to be a little different. So these are Superman runners. Now with this, we're going to start off by being on one leg as you see me, and then we're going to begin by going into a Superman, okay? And similar to that bird dog, you want to get your body as straight as you can keep it from your hand to your foot, okay? Afterwards, you want to come up into a runner's position, hold that position for a second before going back into the Superman. Right down the line. Next one. I like this one. This is 2 movements combined into one. So we're going to begin by getting into a quad plank, which you see me doing right there. So it's just being on all 4s and then lifting your knees off the ground. And then boom, you see me doing donkey kicks. Okay, so this is a quad plank into a donkey kick. With this, you want to emphasize keeping your knees fairly close to the ground. So they're not going to be on the ground, but they're going to be very close to it. And then from there, try to keep your body as stiff as possible as you raise your heel up as high as you can possibly get it. Hold it for a second and then return to that same starting position. All right, and then number 6. This is number 6. So now we're gonna go side plank, boom, into an abduction, meaning right there. So leg raising every time, trying to keep your body as stiff as possible. Rule of thumb, keep your shoulder over your elbow as well, just like with majority of planks. Now, I'll show you our progression, excuse me. So with this progression, we're just gonna extend the arm all the way, still keeping the shoulder over the wrist now. And then arm out extended. If keeping the arm out extended is hard for you, you can keep your hand on either your hip or behind your head as well, too. And boom, here's a bonus one. So this one's a little different, okay? This is all proprioceptive work. So you'll see me right here, heel and toe touch. From there, keep them in a straight line, boom. Okay, what I'm doing there is closing my eyes. From here, you keep your hands on your hips, hands out to the side of shoulder level like you see, or right there, hands right by your sides, okay? And then your only goal right here is to keep your eyes closed. This is another version right here, single leg, same idea, eyes closed, okay? Promise you, these are tougher than they look.
And all right, so that wraps up the last exercise of today's video. So just going over, we had those 6 exercises. Of course, the last one I threw in at the end with the eyes closed, just so you get a little bit of proprioceptive work. All right, taking away one of the senses, causes the others have to work harder, okay? So tackled on everything today. Remember, when it comes to doing any of these exercises, the goal is to be stable, okay? So be nice and sturdy, not wobbling around and things like that, okay? And one thing I always tell people anytime I hear that people don't know how to brace their core, how to tighten their abs and things like that, 2 things I always say. So these are, number 1, being, imagine that somebody is going to punch you in the stomach, okay? Something's coming your way, about to gut check you. That quick moment where you tense up is a perfect way to be able to learn how to brace your core, all right? And then transition those to like exercises and lifts and things like that. And then the second one, again, another one that we can all apply is when you go to the bathroom, all right? When you're sitting, yeah, that tense that you do, same thing applies, all right? That's your core tightening up right there, believe it or not. So that was the last thing we have for today. All right. Next episode will be next month again. I know I missed the last one, but things got out of hand. But again, we'll start bringing these back out month by month. All right. So just follow through. And I'll start asking you guys for a couple more suggestions, ideas, and things that you want to see more so. All right. So till episode 8, see y'all there.